You didn't stumble upon this message by chance. Divine timing has brought you here. God is about to reveal something extraordinary in your life, something beyond what you can imagine. For what seemed like an eternity, you may have felt invisible, overlooked, or left in the shadows, as if the world moved on without you. But hear this, you were never forsaken. You were set apart, hand-picked for a purpose greater than you realize. Your season of revelation is here, and what's been hidden will now shine brightly. You were always chosen. God was never turning a blind eye to you. This was all part of His flawless design. He shielded you from the spotlight because your greatness required time to flourish, to be cultivated in quietness. What others mistook for abandonment was, in truth, His loving protection, safeguarding your potential. Now, you've arrived at this moment because the season is approaching for your unveiling. Everything that has been nurtured in secret is ready to surface, and the world will soon witness the purpose that has been patiently awaiting its time to shine. This moment is not by chance. It's a divine alignment. You may have endured years of solitude, questioning why things didn't go as planned, why doors seemed to shut before you, and why relationships unraveled. You wondered why God would let you be passed over when you carried so much purpose in your heart. But know this, God wasn't punishing you. That season of isolation was essential. It was His way of protecting you, keeping you hidden while the seeds of greatness within you took root, strengthening in the quiet until the right time to bloom. Now, that time is drawing near. Your enemies couldn't touch what they couldn't see. God has been safeguarding what is soon to be unveiled. In the quiet, He was refining your spirit, molding your character, and sharpening your purpose. For the magnitude of your calling is too immense to be revealed prematurely. God's timing is always precise. Every delay you've faced, every door that remained closed, and every setback you encountered was never without reason. There has been a divine plan in motion, guiding your waiting period. Each moment of pause was carefully orchestrated to prepare you for the greatness that is about to unfold. God exists beyond the limits of human timelines, knowing precisely when to unveil what He has been crafting in your life. What seemed like an endless wait was not time wasted, it was preparation. He wasn't just preparing you for the world, He was preparing the world for you. Had you been revealed too soon, the magnitude of your purpose would have been overlooked. But in His flawless timing, both you and the world will be ready, ensuring the full impact of your calling is felt exactly as it was meant to be. Everything is about to fall into place. This season of being hidden was essential, giving you the space to grow and evolve in ways you never could have if you had been revealed too soon. God, in His wisdom, knew the threats that lurked: envy, sabotage, and unseen attacks that could have derailed your purpose if exposed prematurely. By keeping you in the shadows, He was shielding you from dangers beyond your awareness. Now, as everything begins to align, you can step forward with the strength, wisdom, and protection gained in that sacred time of preparation. Sometimes we become so eager to step into our purpose and be recognized that we overlook the dangers of being exposed too soon. God, in His infinite wisdom, saw the threats around you, the enemies waiting to strike. Yet, He kept you hidden, cloaked in His protection, because your time for visibility had not yet come. Premature recognition could have led to setbacks you weren't prepared for, but now, as your season draws near, you will emerge fully equipped and safeguarded for what lies ahead. During this hidden season, God wasn't just protecting you, He was perfecting your purpose. He understood the magnitude of the calling He placed on your life and knew that you needed time to grow in faith, character, and resilience. Every day spent in the background was a day you gained the strength necessary to bear the greatness you're about to walk into. You were never being ignored or forgotten. You were being preserved, prepared, so that when your time for revelation arrived, no force would be able to stand in your way. Now, you are ready to step boldly into your destiny. Being hidden wasn't just about waiting for the right time. It was about undergoing a deep transformation. In those years spent away from the spotlight, God was carefully molding and shaping you into the person you needed to be to fulfill your calling. Consider how gold is refined, not in the light, but in the fire, away from view, enduring intense heat and pressure. That's what you've been going through. Every setback, every closed door, and every challenge wasn't there to defeat you, but to purify you. It was stripping away anything that could stand in the way of your purpose, preparing you to emerge stronger and more refined than ever before. Throughout the Bible, there are numerous illustrations of this transformative process. Take David, for instance. Although anointed to be king as a young boy, he didn't receive the crown until many years later. In that time, he faced the wilderness, fleeing for his life and remaining hidden from his enemies. Similarly, Joseph was blessed with dreams of greatness, yet he found himself cast into a pit by his own brothers and spent years in prison before those dreams came to fruition. Both endured lengthy seasons of obscurity, but it was during these trials that God was shaping their character, strengthening their faith, and building their resilience, preparing them for the extraordinary destinies that awaited them. You have been navigating a similar journey as a chosen one that was never intended to mirror the paths of others. From the very start, God distinguished you for a higher purpose. He didn't call you to fit in or conform, but to shine brightly and make a mark. However, standing out brings its own set of challenges. Not everyone will grasp the depth of your journey, and that's perfectly okay. Your calling is too extraordinary and unique for the world to fully understand all at once. This is why God kept you hidden. He recognized that revealing you prematurely could lead to confusion, envy, and even hostility from those unable to fathom the significance of your mission. You are being prepared for a moment when the world will finally be ready to receive all that you are meant to offer. Being chosen often comes with the burden of misunderstanding. Others may have looked at you and questioned why you seemed overlooked or why your journey didn't mirror theirs. They couldn't perceive that God had set you apart for a divine purpose. While many were preoccupied with seeking recognition and approval, you were being meticulously prepared for something much more profound. God's chosen ones are always distinct. You were never intended to travel the same road as everyone else because your purpose is remarkable. This uniqueness is not just a calling, it is a testament to the extraordinary impact you are destined to make in the world. This hidden season was also a profound test of your faithfulness. God wanted to know if you could remain dedicated to the vision He instilled in your heart, even when it was invisible to those around you. Could you hold on to your faith in the shadows? Could you trust Him when it felt like nothing was progressing? These were the questions He posed to you during this time of solitude. Because you chose to stay faithful and continued to believe in His plan, He is now preparing to reward you in ways you could never have anticipated. Your unwavering commitment during this period of waiting has set the stage for extraordinary blessings to unfold in your life. As a chosen one, it's crucial to recognize that your hidden phase was never indicative of failure. Rather, it was a manifestation of God's protection and preparation. He needed you to remain under the radar because your calling is far too significant for everyone to comprehend right away. But now, the time has arrived for the world to witness the incredible work God has been doing in your life. Your revelation isn't solely about you. It's a testament to what God can accomplish through someone who has been specifically chosen and set apart. Your journey is about to inspire others and illuminate the power of faith in action. God has brought you to this pivotal moment. Your time to emerge from isolation and embrace your divine purpose has arrived. The phase of protection is over, and now it's time for the world to recognize what it has overlooked for far too long. The Lumination Inner Circle is where chosen ones like you unite to rise, not quietly, but with a force that shakes the very foundations of every misconception they've held. Within this inner circle, we don't merely emerge, we break through barriers and redefine possibilities. You've been hidden for a divine reason, and now it's time to make your presence known and ensure your impact resonates everywhere, even among those who underestimated your potential. God has been meticulously preparing you, and now the stage is set for you to shine. Your moment to take charge has arrived. This is the time you've been waiting for. God has guided you to this point, and there's no turning back now. The world may not be ready for the impact you're about to make, but that's inconsequential. You're stepping into your rightful place, claiming what has always belonged to you. Join the inner circle by subscribing to access exclusive content that you won't find anywhere else. Content designed to empower you and amplify your journey as you embrace your extraordinary destiny. If you're prepared to break free from isolation and fully embrace the calling that God has crafted just for you, it's time to step into the inner circle. This is the place where you can connect with others who have walked similar paths, all while you were in your hidden season. Here you'll find support, inspiration, and the encouragement you need to rise and fulfill your divine purpose. It's time to shed the shadows and confidently step into the light, knowing that you are not alone on this journey. Join us and discover the power of community as you take bold strides toward your extraordinary destiny. Many may have underestimated you, mistaking your struggles and quiet demeanor for signs of defeat. To them, it appeared as if you were finished, but what they failed to grasp is that God was shielding you for a divine purpose, not because you were beaten. They caught glimpses of you in the shadows, oblivious to the transformative work happening behind the scenes. While the world and your adversaries watched, they had no idea of the battles you were winning in private or the immense strength you were cultivating in silence. Your hidden season was not a time of loss. It was a powerful preparation for the greatness that lies ahead. Your enemies mistook your silence for weakness, but God was strategically using that time to prepare you for a season of greater power and impact. You were never defeated. Instead, you were being preserved for something extraordinary. When others counted you out and assumed your moment had slipped away, they failed to recognize that God's plan was still unfolding. He allows people to overlook you because they are not part of the grand design. Their eyes are not meant to see the intricate process you're undergoing, only the magnificent outcome that awaits. This journey is yours alone, crafted for a purpose that will soon be revealed to the world. During this season of concealment, your enemies believed they had the upper hand. They thought you were out of the race, convinced that you had nothing left to contribute. Some may have even reveled in your silence, thinking they had triumphed over you. Yet, what they failed to realize is that God was using this very time to fortify you in ways they could never fathom. What appeared to them as defeat was in reality a part of His divine strategy. God knew precisely what He was doing by keeping you hidden, crafting your strength and resilience so that when the moment arrives for your emergence, you will shine brighter than ever before. As your moment of revelation draws near, those very enemies who once underestimated you will find themselves silenced. God always had a plan for you, and He was never going to allow them to disrupt it. He kept them at bay, allowing them to believe they had succeeded, while in truth, they were never a real threat. God has been in control all along, protecting you from attacks and shielding you from battles that held no value. Now, as the tables turn, your enemies have missed the signs God provided them. He gave them numerous opportunities to recognize your status as chosen and protected, yet they chose to ignore the truth. They clung to the illusion that you were finished, seeing your silence as their victory. But little did they know, God was guiding them straight into His divine plan all along. He allowed them to believe they had triumphed because their downfall was already written in the stars. Throughout this journey, there were unmistakable signs that God was preparing something far greater for you. He provided glimpses of the magnificence that was about to unfold, yet your enemies were blind to it. Caught up in their own agendas and desperate plans to suppress you, they failed to recognize the divine favor surrounding you. They overlooked the quiet strength you were cultivating and the protection that enveloped you. Now, as your moment of revelation approaches, those enemies will come to the painful realization of their error. They will see that God had His hand on you all along, and the very efforts they made to keep you hidden and silent were ultimately in vain. The ones who once believed they had defeated you will bear witness to your extraordinary rise, fully aware that God has been in control the entire time. Their ignorance of the signs will mark the beginning of their downfall. God's warnings to your enemies have been unmistakable. They were never truly contending with you, but were in fact opposing His divine plan. Now, as He brings you into the light, they will finally understand that they could never halt what He has already ordained. The schemes they devise to suppress you will disintegrate in the face of God's revelation, revealing their efforts as futile. They will witness firsthand the unstoppable force of God's will, and in that moment, their arrogance will be replaced with the sobering realization that they underestimated the power of the one who chose you. In your life, after enduring the waiting, the silence, and the years of feeling overlooked, the time for your revelation has arrived. This is the pivotal moment you've been fervently praying for, the very occasion God has meticulously prepared you to embrace. What was once concealed is now ready to emerge into the light. Every trial, every challenge, and every moment spent in solitude has been a stepping stone leading to this extraordinary unveiling. God is about to showcase the immense greatness He has woven within you, and nothing can stand in its way. Your journey is about to transform into a powerful testament of resilience and divine purpose. The world may not yet grasp the magnitude of what God is preparing to unfold in your life, but that is of no concern. God's timing is flawless, and He knows precisely when to elevate His chosen ones. You are entering a transformative season where all that has been concealed will shine brightly. The incredible greatness that has been quietly nurturing within you, away from the world's gaze, is now ready to explode into existence. This moment is yours, but it's essential to recognize that this revelation transcends your individual journey. It is a manifestation of God's glory. He has selected you to be a vessel for His greatness, a living testament to His unmatched power and love. When the world witnesses the unfolding of God's purpose in your life, they will recognize the divine influence behind it all. Your revelation serves a greater purpose. It demonstrates the extraordinary outcomes that occur when God's chosen ones emerge from obscurity. This is the season of transformation, where the hidden becomes visible, and the ripples of your newfound presence will touch everyone around you. The impact of this awakening will resonate far and wide, inspiring those who see it to believe in the power of divine timing and the potential that lies within each of us when we are guided by God's hand. Those who once questioned your potential and believed you were done will soon be forced to confront the remarkable truth of what God has cultivated within you. This is your time of revelation, and it will forever alter the landscape of your life. The unveiling is not a mere coincidence. It is a meticulously planned display of God's perfect timing. Like a rare gem waiting patiently in the depths of the earth, your brilliance has been nurtured in silence, only to be revealed now, sparkling with a beauty that reflects the divine artistry behind your journey. The world is about to witness the full spectrum of your gifts, and nothing will ever be the same again. God has been meticulously crafting your journey, ensuring that each experience serves to refine and enhance your essence. Every challenge and triumph has played a vital role in shaping you into a vessel of His light. While others may have overlooked your worth, God has always recognized the unique purpose and potential that lies within you. He understood that you required time for growth and transformation, and now that the refining process has reached its conclusion, He is poised to unveil you to the world. When you step into the light, those who witness you will see not just your individuality, but the radiant reflection of His divine glory shining through you. The process of revelation is unfolding, and those who once doubted your potential are about to witness the incredible work God has been cultivating within you. As you enter this transformative season, keep in mind that unveiling is a journey, not a singular event. Each phase of your emergence will be marked by profound moments that amplify your influence and clarity. With every stride you take, God will shed light on your purpose, allowing the world to see the depth of His greatness reflected through your life. You are not just stepping into the spotlight. You are becoming a testament to His power and love, ready to inspire and impact those around you. Those who once dismissed you will soon be confronted with the truth of what God has been cultivating within you. They will stand in awe of the strength, wisdom, and anointing that have blossomed during your time in obscurity. Your rise will be impossible to ignore. You are stepping into the light where your true greatness can be fully appreciated. While you were hidden, some sought to undermine you, spreading falsehoods and attempting to hinder your progress. They believed that your silence granted them power, but God was watching every move they made, aware of their deceitful intentions. Now, as your true potential comes to the forefront, those who plotted against you will have to reckon with the very consequences of their actions, while you shine brightly in the glory that is rightfully yours. God's justice operates with unmatched precision, ensuring that every act of malice directed at you has not gone unnoticed. While you stood quietly in the background, He meticulously recorded each instance of betrayal and underestimation. Now, as you step boldly into the light, those who conspired to keep you down will face the repercussions of their actions. Divine retribution is unfolding, unstoppable, and inevitable. What they intended as harm has transformed into the very fuel propelling you toward success. Their efforts to thwart you have only intensified your ascent, making it even more remarkable. In this pivotal season, the scales are tipping, and the very individuals who sought to sabotage you will bear witness to your extraordinary rise, one that surpasses anything they could have ever envisioned. God is affirming your worth and making it known that His chosen ones are destined to rise against all odds. Those who once sought to undermine you will be compelled to observe your ascent, coming to terms with the fact that their attempts to control your narrative were futile. They will learn that their actions, rooted in envy and malice, hold no power against the divine plan that guides your journey. Karma may be inevitable, but divine retribution carries an even greater force, one that transforms setbacks into triumphs. As you stand tall in your truth, the world will witness the extraordinary reality that, with God's favor, nothing can thwart the destined elevation of His chosen. Your adversaries may have believed they were in control, but God has long ago penned the final chapter where His chosen ones emerge victorious. This narrative is timeless, reflecting a divine truth that echoes through history. Just as the story of Joseph illustrates, those who attempt to stifle your potential may find themselves facing the repercussions of their actions. Joseph's journey from the depths of a pit to the heights of power shows how God can transform trials into triumphs, using periods of concealment as essential preparation for greatness. When the moment is right, those who conspired against you will witness your elevation and have to confront the very greatness they sought to undermine. What they intended for your downfall will instead become the catalyst for your remarkable rise, revealing the power of God's redemptive plan. The narrative of Esther further emphasizes this truth, showcasing how divine timing can elevate the overlooked to positions of power. Initially an orphan and a hidden figure in the palace, Esther faced dangers that threatened her very existence. Yet it was during her seemingly quiet years that God was orchestrating a grand plan, equipping her with the courage and wisdom needed to confront the king. When the moment arrived, she stepped forward not just as a queen, but as a savior for her people, turning the tides against those who sought to harm them. While her enemies plotted against her, they failed to see the hand of God at work, ultimately leading to their own downfall and Esther's rise as a beacon of hope. In the end, those who once underestimated her were forced to acknowledge the extraordinary purpose God had woven through her life. Today, we witness the emergence of individuals who, once dismissed as insignificant, are now making monumental impacts in their fields. These are the ones who faced adversity and doubt, yet their hidden struggles became the fertile ground for their strength and resilience. In their quiet seasons, they learned invaluable lessons and honed their skills, building a foundation that would support their eventual rise. When the moment arrived for them to shine, they did so with an intensity that left their adversaries in awe. This is not just a trend, it is a divine pattern that reflects God's hand at work in our lives. As you prepare to enter your own season of revelation, remember that the same forces that underestimated you will soon bear witness to the extraordinary plans God has crafted for you. Their attempts to undermine you will lead to their own reckoning as divine justice unfolds alongside your ascension. Your adversaries may have believed their schemes would remain unchallenged, but the truth is that God's justice is inescapable. As you ascend, those who sought to undermine you will inevitably stumble, their efforts turning to dust in the face of your rising light. With each step you take into your destiny, His favor envelops you, forming an unyielding shield that guards against any negativity. The barriers that once obstructed your path are now dissolving, revealing a clear route ahead, perfectly orchestrated by divine hands. What was once perceived as resistance will diminish, leaving you free to advance in the warmth of His blessing. No weapon formed against you will thrive, for the assurance of His protection is firmly established, allowing you to move forward with confidence and purpose. In this transformative season of revelation, God's favor is not a mere whisper. It is a resounding force that impacts every corner of your existence. It breathes new life into relationships that once felt distant, mending the bonds that were strained and fostering connections that uplift your spirit. Opportunities that seemed lost will come rushing back, inviting you to embrace the abundant possibilities that await. The tranquility you've longed for will finally find a home within your heart, replacing doubt with serenity. Even those who once opposed you will find themselves disarmed, compelled to acknowledge the unmistakable mark of divine blessing on your life. This is a time of undeniable restoration, where the beauty of God's plan unfolds in spectacular ways. As you embrace this new chapter, you can stride forward with unwavering confidence, knowing that God's favor paves the way for your success and protects you from any negativity that may arise. The time for hesitation is over. You are no longer the hidden soul grappling with uncertainty about your path. Every step you take is infused with divine assurance, reflecting the truth that your wait was purposeful and your challenges were shaping you for this pivotal moment. Now, armed with newfound wisdom, strength, and clarity, you move forward without the weight of fear or doubt, ready to fully embody your purpose and impact the world around you. This is your time to shine brightly and boldly, revealing the extraordinary journey that has led you here. You can enter every space and face every challenge with the assurance that God has already laid the groundwork for your success. This confidence is rooted not in your own strength, but in the profound realization that God has been orchestrating every detail while you were in the shadows. He has guided you through each trial and hardship, not to abandon you now, but to empower you for what lies ahead. You carry with you the lessons learned and the resilience built during your hidden season, and now you step forward fortified, ready to embrace the opportunities that await you. With God's hand guiding your journey, you are not merely walking, you are moving with purpose and grace. Now you stand empowered, shielded, and poised to confront whatever challenges may come your way. With each step forward, remember that you are moving in divine authority. The time of concealment has concluded, and the world is about to witness your full emergence into your destiny. This moment of revelation transcends personal triumph. It stands as a resounding testament to all who have observed your journey. Those who doubted you, overlooked your potential, or underestimated your strength will now behold the undeniable force of God's timing and purpose in your life. Your story will resonate as a powerful reminder that regardless of the length of the wait or the quiet nature of the process, God has always been at work behind the scenes, crafting a narrative of hope, resilience, and ultimate victory. Your ascent will serve as a powerful lesson to those who believed they had the last say, reminding them that only God holds the master blueprint for your life. Beyond silencing your doubters, your journey will ignite hope in those still navigating their own hidden seasons. Individuals who have felt overlooked or abandoned will gaze upon your life and find inspiration, witnessing firsthand that God's promises are always fulfilled. Your story will illuminate the path, showing them that if He can bring you through trials and elevate you to greatness, then He can undoubtedly do the same for them. Your revelation will be a beacon of faith, encouraging others to trust in the unfolding of their own destinies. Your remarkable journey will inspire others to stay steadfast in their faith, reminding them to trust in God's timing and process, as their own moment of revelation will surely come just as yours has. Being chosen by God is a profound and transformative experience, and your life will vividly illustrate the essence of being selected for a divine purpose. The true strength of being chosen is not measured by the accolades or recognition you receive from others, but by the sacred calling bestowed upon you by God. As you step into your greatness, you will embody the essence of divine selection, showcasing how one can rise above challenges and fulfill a purpose greater than oneself. This divine calling will distinguish you from the crowd, and those around you will recognize the significance of your journey as you confidently embrace your purpose. They will come to realize that being chosen involves a process of preparation, testing, and ultimate revelation, a journey marked by trials that showcase the undeniable presence of God's hand in your life. Your life will become a guiding light for others, illuminating the path of faith and perseverance. Through your example, they will grasp the profound truth that every challenge faced has been a stepping stone toward their own transformation, encouraging them to trust in their unique journeys and the divine plans laid out for them. The profound nature of God's intentions for His chosen ones reveals itself in every twist and turn of the journey. Those around you will come to understand that, although the path of being chosen may often involve moments of solitude and struggle, it ultimately unfolds into a purpose that is undeniable. The beauty of being chosen lies in the certainty that God fulfills His promises, never leaving a work unfinished. As He brings your greatness to light, others will witness firsthand that God's timing is flawless and His plans are steadfast, inspiring them to trust in the divine orchestration of their own lives and the remarkable potential within each of them. You stand as a testament to the truth that when God has chosen you for greatness, it cannot remain concealed for long. Your time in the shadows served a vital purpose. It was a season of preparation, growth, and divine craftsmanship. Now that the curtain has been lifted and your brilliance is on display, hold tight to the knowledge that you were never overlooked or forgotten. This is the moment you've long anticipated, and it's only the start of a remarkable journey ahead, where the fullness of your potential will continue to unfold and inspire those around you.